What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. It is NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying from the Darlington Raceway, and we welcome you into our channel. 125-minute practice session for each group 1 and 2. Single car qualifying, 1 round, 1 lap, and the fastest gets the pole. So appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hit that like for us as well. I'm not sure if Amazon is showing the practice and qualifying for this today or just practice. Normally they do show it, so make sure you go look for Amazon's YouTube channel. They're always showing the race as well, the practice at least, and then the qualifying they go off the air. But appreciate you being here. They are just practice. Awesome. There you go. So make sure you guys check that out. But thanks for being here. Thanks so much, Harold Coyle. What's going on? Bronny as well. Bill, what's up? Mad Steve. Susan, what's going on? Roma J, Cole, Susan is here as well. But thank you guys for being here. Let me get this up here 1 second. As the practice is just beginning. Austin Cindric in that Dale Earnhardt Senior #2 throwback blue and yellow. Love it. Let's see here. Leaderboard. But in this group is Austin Cindric, Austin Dillon, Noah Gragson, Brett Keselowski, Justin Haley. No, I don't want that. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Alex Bowman, Cody Ware, Carson Hocevar, Shane Van Gisbergen, Daniel Suarez, John Hunter Nemechek, and so on. But let's get into it. But welcome in, everybody, for the practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series. We appreciate you being here. Let me find the thing here. 1 second. Scoreboard. There we go. All right. Hocevar, the fastest in practice right now.
Josh Berry is in this group, along with Justin Haley, Brett Keselowski, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. If you did not hear your favorite driver's name, they are in Group 2, which we will be on
Group A here.
Now. As we put the opening laps on the
22 minutes. What's up, Bronny?
Weekend, there is
the three Austins in this race today. Austin Dillon,
Tony the Tiger throwback for Kyle,
Austin Cindric, and Austin Hill.
And now that are just attention grabbers to me. One of them is the Wood Brothers. And anytime the Wood Brothers come out here, let's be honest, they can just show up at the racetrack and be their own throwback no matter what they did. But this time, their Ford Mustang Dark Horse is dark green. It's got some yellow on it, white.
Okay, I'll turn it down some.
Circle. This is
turn it down some.
1965 Indianapolis 500 winning Team Lotus, driven by Scotsman Jimmy Clark in this tribute car. Why? Well, it's because the Wood Brothers had a very integral part in winning the Indy 500.
But thanks for being here, y'all. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Hit that up right there. 31,000. We're trying to get to 31,450. Raining in PA. Yeah, we're good. We're good, Bronny. We good. I'm not worried about it. We good.
For the years to give us what we have today.
Let's bring it down some more.
Yes, it was an Indy car, and in '65 they still had front engine Watson running Indy.
John Andretti throwback for Eric Jones there in P3 already. Eric Jones and that John Andretti Richard Petty 43 throwback. That STP looks pretty nice. Look at that. I like that one. Well, welcome in, everybody. Hit that like for us.
Hearing that's the type of
trying to get to 100 likes on this stream as well.
Full-fingered stock car.
This is one of Eric's best tracks. Yes.
By the way, the Wood Brothers have 8 wins here at Darlington Raceway. Is on display behind the main grandstand next to the NASCAR Experience. I've just spun around taking a look at it right there. Hodgson on the quarter panels, the legendary number 21 driven by Neil Bonnet. on display, along with a lot of other classic race cars. Every generation of race car is being represented. If you're coming to Darlington tomorrow or maybe later today, take a swing through there and check out all those classic race cars. Tim Richmond's legendary Folgers car.
All right, y'all. He actually won in next gen at Darlington. Remember 2022 when he held off Denny in the Southern 500? Yo, CeeLo, what's your favorite scheme of the weekend? It's probably got to be the Harry Gant, Jeremy Commence. Handsome Harry Gant. That's my favorite. I don't know about what's y'all's favorite this week. I knew some of y'all did the thing too. Oh, are they? Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Josh Berry in that Wood Brothers Ford is second quick. And what about the driver that is third in the Toyota? Eric Jones is up to third now in single lap speeds. With Austin Cindric and Justin Haley rounding out the top five. Postman, this is a very interesting practice to a degree. Not a lot of time to adjust on the cars. They've only got one set of tires. So what are these teams focusing in on right now?
Yeah, really, Mike, had a chance to talk to crew chief Adam Stevens for Christopher Bell about that this morning. And the goal here is to have the car good enough so you don't have to stop. Let's work on a long run.
Come on.
Because the challenge is this. One set of tires, which is one on the car, come in and make it change, but the car is going to be still handling on one with the change. Adam said so many times, they've seen themselves and others just go down a rabbit hole with making changes.
All right. There is the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. Inspired by his father's 1998 Cup scheme. Doesn't look the same. His is green and black. His was more of a multicolored. Caleb Adams, what's going on?
Warm here in Darlington.
I like Kyle Larson and the Jeremy Commence.
Will be for tomorrow. Currently, it's 83 degrees, forecasted to get up to 86 degrees here later on this afternoon. Tomorrow, the forecasted high, 89 degrees. So, Chris Wilner,
what are you eating for lunch? I don't know yet. I'm definitely voting for Parker Retzlaff today. I call the Ernie Irvin Stern the Marlin throwback. Yeah, Mike, I like that one too. I like the fast pasta Coors Light throwback too. That's fun. The Hocevar so far fastest on this lap here. The 2 looks outstanding, Chad says. 31 likes. Let's go to 50. 50 likes. There's 90 of us here. Thanks so much for being here.
We'll hear off this weekend in terms of how teams make adjustments to what the racetrack is doing. But Chase Briscoe was pretty honest about it this morning in the media center and said, this racetrack's awesome because it puts the drivers more in control. What can we do to maximize the car over the course of a long stint when it's hot and slick outside? So it's going to be a fun one for sure tomorrow. Right now, teams like Steve Postman are just going to get an idea of where they're at. Here was this first group is going to be the early group to qualify, which could be a little bit out of deficit to what the Group 2 drivers will see once we get cars out on the racetrack. So these Group 1 drivers are trying to maximize the track time here on their set of tires, but Darlington is fun when it is hot, like it is. A couple of conversations in the garage this morning, Alex, about Group 1 cars. First of all, this track is not really rubbered in. The Xfinity Series has had some practice.
$10. Oh, Tiff. What's up, Tiff? Hope is Spain had a great trip. She did. A tornado decided to have an opinion right before the race last week in our yard. Oh, no. Big game tonight. Yeah, hopefully get to cover both games. We'll see. And there is the 41. I like that one of Cole Custer, Jimmy Spencer. But everybody tell Tiff thanks for the $10 super chat. Thank you, Tiff. Appreciate it.
Racetrack.
Glad you guys are okay, though.
They will have more to work with as far as knowing what to expect later in the race tomorrow. You're right about that. Something else to factor in. After we get done with the 2 25-minute practice sessions, we'll have a short 10-minute break before we go out qualifying. And in that 10-minute break, the wind is blowing rather significantly as we look at the big American flag between turns 3 and 4. And in this region, this is part of this.
Where's the 8? I don't think he's out here yet. No, he's in Group 2. He is in Group 2. Right now, Carson Hocevar, the fastest right here. Doggone Mother Nature. I know, exactly.
That they stir up and blowing debris off the track. There's a lot of little particles of sand that get on this racetrack. So
Thanks, guys, for hanging out. 108 of us here.
then big things.
Missed when they used to go 191 in the corner in the 2010s, NASCAR Collector says. I was in the waiting room while you were taking a break, and Jay said, get downstairs. Oh, no.
To Alex's point, winds blowing 13 miles an hour, gusting to 20 miles.
Someone was hit by a car last night. Oh,
To turn
John Hunter Nemechek off the pace. What's up, IR Geek? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here.
Months ago, it's a beautiful day in Darlington. We expect the same tomorrow. Of course, earlier in the week, they had said, well, we may have an opportunity for some showers on Sunday. There's a system that's supposed to roll through here now late Sunday night and into Monday.
Come say hi to the community. My Streamlabs bot. So John Hunter Nemechek spins in that turn 3, man. Turn 3 and 4, we're going to have some issues today.
Car up off of turn number 2, down to the apron of the racetrack. He's throwing.
That's the quick car. Yeah, I like that one too.
Joe Nemechek in the 1998 Bell South paint scheme.
Bell South paint scheme, not the same colors, but at least the hood paint scheme, but it's green and black.
Thing is, he's refired the car and will drive away.
That's one of the many nuances here at Darlington. It looks like John Hunter spun in one of the unique cornering characteristics.
Hocevar to the top of the chart is wild. I know, right?
When they go into turn,
but all the really good, I mean, the drivers that you would expect to be up front are in that next group. I mean, Brad here won last spring, but not really anybody.
Looks like
SVG probably thinks he traveled back in time because he's never seen this throwback weekend. He was here last year for throwback weekend, but he didn't. He was in the Xfinity series.
Side of looks like the
Austin Dillon ruined that number 2 paint job. Freightliner.
Right now, Carson Hocevar continues to be the fastest from Darlington Raceway. This is.
All right, so thanks guys for hanging with us. My name is CeeLo. If you're just joining us, make sure you're hitting that subscribe up there. We're trying to get to 32,000 subscribers this weekend. We have a whole bunch more. When is TV going to learn that you need cameras watching the corners? Exactly, MC. He threw back to Marcus Ambrose last year when he was in the 97. Right. So he was in the Xfinity race, so he did have some time. But coming up after this is going to be the NASCAR Xfinity race. We had practice and qualifying earlier, so make sure you go check out that stream where Christopher Bell is on the pole. And after that, after the Xfinity race, we're gonna go basketball, college basketball. The Final Four is tonight. Some exciting, first time in a long time that all number 1 seeds are in the Final Four. So we're gonna give you our fun basketball for the year. We've been doing basketball all year for college basketball, so we figured we'll continue our coverage for that. And lots of big names tonight. We got Auburn versus Florida and Duke versus Houston in the second game. So all night long, we're here all day for streaming for CeeLo. We hope to have you hang out with us all day long. But Carson Hocevar on top of the board right here, 29.262. Josh Berry, and then Eric Jones in P3.
What's the latest down there with John Hunter Nemechek?
Well, the good news.
Love to see Auburn versus Houston.
Things all out there. The good news, no damage on the car, the body, the fenders, or the bumpers, or anything on it. And what John Hunter Nemechek has told his crew is that the car just was.
Basket ball. That's right.
And he was just working hard halfway that race car.
13 minutes left here in this Group 1 practice. Group A.
Can step out from under, even if you can quality driver like John Hunter Nemechek.
Soon it'll be Gator baseball, 1 p.m.
Now they're worried about flat spotted tires, of course. But John Hunter Nemechek, the good news is he saved the race car, and I think their baseline, they feel pretty good about their baseline on the race car as well. Right now, John Hunter 11th on the leaderboard of the 19 cars that are on the racetrack. Mentioned a moment ago how the garage has been broken up into 2 groups. The advantages of Group 2 over Group 1. Well, let's zero in on Hendrick Motorsports. It seems like
One driver in particular there, Chris, is in charge of some heavy lifting here in this first group.
Yeah, Mike, and that's Alex Bowman, who continues to sit here on the pit lane. He was a part of this first group during the first run, but was very unhappy with the race car. He came over the radio to his crew chief, Blake Harris, and said, "I'm just tight all over, especially into turn one, but I feel like I have drive."
Connecticut lady is going for number 12 tomorrow. Best speed used to be 180 miles an hour around here.
Hendrick Motorsports its 200th win, but right now they're continuing to go to work. Now, you mentioned the dynamic. The other three Hendrick cars all are in group number 2. So Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and William Byron are just next to me here. And the first 4 stalls in pit road all plugged into the Ward wagon, listening to the communications, not only with their teammate Alex Bowman, but
11 minutes. Carson Hocevar continues to lead this. Bad Brad has been 22 races here at Darlington. He's only won 2. Where's my Bad Brad fans? You got any Bad Brad fans in here tonight? The 100 that are here? Any Bad Brad fans?
Tires to simply get eaten up by this racetrack that is so difficult. It's got not one but
Any Bad Brad?
That is too tough to tame. They also call it the lady.
Yeah, I bet she did.
Drivers go out and put
the Blue Deuce. The Blue Deuce.
Things begin to slow down.
No, I'm not a big GTA guy.
Time. Well, he's run 22 laps. His 22nd lap was 2 seconds slower than his fastest lap. The joke was you don't even want to push the car to pit road because you'll.
Gotta like the Dinger and Keselowski. Yep. Definitely Brad. I mean, he won here last year. Now, remember me. Did that happen on a Monday? Did Darlington get rained out and they finished it on a Monday? I can't remember.
Carolina winners.
Brad needs some golden dashed mushroom stuff behind his car. Something.
Practice in Darlington. We're in the Sandhills, right?
Hit that like, y'all. Hit that sub. Trying to get to 100 likes on this stream. We're at 43. Help us out.
Skills put on display. Those that can save their tires. Those that can save their equipment, Postman.
Yeah, and we just had, you guys referenced it, and I think it bears repeating. We talk a lot of times when we have a caution during one of these practices, what the refire speed is, and that's what it is. And you guys are absolutely right. It's like 2 seconds slower is what it is. And listening to
Brad just doing Brad things. He's in P8. Fastest lap is 29.67. 29.67.
Well, you're probably going to deal with that. 22 laps on a run, you are likely going to come down and get tires as far as the race goes. There's a lot of
New Prime drink out last night. What is it called? Peanut butter or something? I think I heard that. No. What was it? Pizza. It's a pizza drink or something like that. That doesn't sound appetizing at all. Yeah, it does look disgusting.
So Posey mentioned 4 tires tomorrow, and in talking.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
And so, what's the strategy playbook like? And almost as if someone had stolen their puppy, like, that's 4 tires every time. Almost like a tool has been taken away. If you go 2 tires at Darlington.
Now, came down to the 2024 spring race. Remember, Brad wasn't even leading. It was Chris Buescher and Tyler Reddick getting into each other, and he ended up winning the race. Remember that?
Well, you're going to run out of tires before you run out of fuel.
So the question is, can Chris Buescher be good again here? There's Riley Herbst in 17th fastest.
Been giving up in
Jay would drink it if it were Domino's flavored. Gross. No, thank you. No, thank you. Riley Herbst has got 3 career Xfinity wins.
All you simply have to do is come down every time you have the opportunity, put on 4 fresh tires, and put Sunoco.
I love pizza, but pizza prime death. Exactly.
To your point, Mike.
No need AC in North Texas today. It's nice over there. Oh, we're supposed to get some storms here later on this evening.
Going around the track, he's on the pit lane now. You can see down the right side of that white, red, and blue car. It's stuffed up pretty good down there.
Lots of big names in Group B, y'all. Group B practice is going to be lots of big names. I'm more of a Pizza Hut guy. Thank you very much. No offense, but other pizza joint and enjoyers. I like Pizza Hut's thin crust. That's about it.
Well,
It's National Deep Dish Pizza Day. Really? You like Papa John's? Nice.
These cars back down, especially the turn number 3, and we've seen several drivers in Xfinity practice and qualifying.
Justin Haley, best finish is 3rd. Haley running 5th fastest right now in practice. He's talking about Chicago. Oh, he's talking about Chicago. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that takes like 45 minutes to cook. If you go to a true, legit deep dish place, it doesn't just take a little bit to cook. It takes like 45 minutes.
It only helps where you can pick
79 in Hotlanta.
Driver over the course of practice.
Austin Hill's a driver that knows.
More of a barbecue sauce guy, Ryan Reed. My second favorite is Little Caesars. Love me some crazy bread. And you guys are getting me hungry. I like thin crust, no offense.
In the last 3
I do too. I like thin crust as well. You don't get full as much. You can eat more. Austin Dillon. Would y'all have been mad if Austin Dillon would have done a throwback to Dale Sr. in that 3? Would you be mad if he showed up in a throwback like in the Wrangler or Goodwrench car? Would you be mad? That's a question I've always wondered. Like, why doesn't he do a throwback to Dale Sr. in that 3 car? Why does he do the Goodwrench or the black Goodwrench color or the Wrangler color? Would you be mad if he did that? A little. No, if Junior was cool with it, you'd be okay with it? Yeah, I always wondered why he never does any throwback in that 3 to Dale Sr. I mean, he's got the 3 on his car, you know? Just question. I mean, I know Dylan's Dylan, but it's a sign of respect. Like he does. Okay. True NASCAR collector. I get you there. I see that. Just throw it back to 2014, the Dow scheme. Okay. Yeah, I see where you're talking there, NASCAR collector. Yeah, he doesn't really want to show it. But yeah, Hocevar still here in the lead in Group 1 at 29.26. Josh Berry, Eric Jones, and then Austin Cindric.
4th lap, and he is now 31.798. The fall off here at Darlington, or the
Austin Cindric, 6th at Vegas, 19th in Miami, and 37th in Martinsville. So Austin Cindric definitely wants to get a better start. There's Ricky Stenhouse, Recky in that Sunny D car. 8th best finish for him.
Slipped a little bit too far, as I mentioned earlier.
Keep hitting that like. We're trying to get to 100 likes. We're at 50. We're trying to get to 60 next. 60 next. Richard Childress will never let the Black 3 see a racetrack again. And that look is retired in respect to Dale Sr. There you go, Mike. The Ford should have done a Kevin Harvick. Yeah, he should have. But, he's probably trying to pay tribute to his former boss. And then you got J.J. Yaley doing the throwback to Bill Elliott. I did not talk about this one in our vlog, but J.J. Yaley in that Wawa car doing a throwback to Bill Elliott, Dawsonville. And that Coors. Number 9. What's up, Shane? Shane, you see our transfers we got? So it's going to be a pretty good one. Let's go Team Chevys. What's up, Lone Wolf? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here.
And teams only get 1 set of tires for practice. That's it. So it's not like they can go do a run, come in.
So only 1 set of tires for practice.
You have is what you have.
We're just going to call it the Coors car, not the Wawa car. Okay.
Group 2 is coming up.
Carson Host.
Lots of big names in Group 2. Should be interesting to see how it goes. Josh Berry's on a roll. You're right.
Currently 6th.
Scores at Wawa.
Daniel Suarez, 9th. Noah Green is listed 10th.
John Hunter Nemechek is 11th.
Yeah, Chase Elliott should have been in the Bill Elliott car. You're right. His should have been the 9. Should have been the tribute to his dad. What's up with that? Why do you do Ken Schrader?
JJ Yeagley is 19th. Yes, these are the single lap speed.
But thanks for being here, y'all. Debbie Webb, what's going on? Good to see you.
And as we've been talking about here in this opening 20 minutes of this session,
55 likes, trying to get to 100.
If you get
Cowboys should be back to the M&Ms. Oh, look at Larry McReynolds in full throttle Texaco Haviland get up. That looks pretty cool. Rest in peace, Davey Allison.
get the car low down to pit road speed because it's slipping.
Alex Bowman in that Hendricks 200th victory here at Darlington when 7-time won here. And that Ally 48 tributing their 200th win for Hendrick Racing. What's up, Steven? Good to see you.
Alex,
Appreciate you being here.
that is the OG of them all right there.
Trying to get to 60 likes. Help us out.
That color paint scheme, it doesn't matter.
53 seconds left in Group 1 practice.
After all this time has gone by.
have my attention. Blue and STP red is on the racetrack. The car is visible no matter where
You have 3 M&M diecast cars. Nice. There is Daniel Suarez in that Quaker State throwback. I guess maybe Brett Bodine in that 99 throwback.
And we certainly missed John.
Imagine the Truck Series 18 thrown in back to the double 18.
Colors, and that one gets your attention.
I grew up a young Mike.
So Hocevar, Barry, Jones, Cindric is your, and there is the end of Group 1 practice. Group 1 practice ends right here.
Here's Eric.
Larry McReynolds. Larry still has all his old pit crew uniforms. They do. They still fit. Like he hasn't changed a bit, Cole. You're right.
15 seconds.
You are right.
For one, just about everybody is coming off the racetrack. One driver still at speed, and that is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. When Ricky gets back to the start-finish line, if he makes it back there, looks like one more lap in him. He's going to see the red and black flags indicating that practice for Group 1 is complete. Everybody will catch their collective breaths, and then Group 2 will pull onto the racetrack for their 25 minutes of practice for the Goodyear 400.
All right, so Group 2 coming up here very shortly, but let's take a look at the leaderboard lap averages here in this first practice. So John Hunter Nemechek, fastest overall, even though he spun. Carson Hocevar has the 5-lap average. Look at Josh Berry, 10 and 15 lap average. Did anybody do 20? Yeah, Daniel Suarez, the fastest. There was only a couple cars that did 20 laps, though, and that was Daniel Suarez and Carson Hocevar. Did anybody do 25? No. So 20 laps was pretty much the farthest that they did here in the first practice. And Suarez's car was fast on a long run. So remember that tomorrow, y'all. If there's a long run, look out for Suarez. Josh Berry, though, 10 and 15, fastest on the 10 and 15 lap average. So there is practice 1 in the books. I'm going to start putting in the other names, but lots of big names in this second practice here. But you can watch for free over on the Amazon Prime Video YouTube channel. They show the first and second practice for free, and then they'll cut. But we encourage you to stay in our chat too as well. So if you have an opportunity to have 2 devices, this is where you could do that. So we'd love for you to hang out in our chat as well and talk along with it. But we appreciate you as we're providing you our live commentary and reactions to our practice and qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series as we're having a good time today. So appreciate everybody being here. Tide is a cool sponsor. What about Bounty? Yeah, love to see the Tide color come back. Ricky Rudd, Darrell Waltrip, all those. So just looking here. Nope, not yet. But thank you guys for being here. Your AC broke. That sucks. 60 likes. We're trying to get to 100. We're 40 likes away. So make sure you're doing that for us. We appreciate you here on a Saturday morning. As Amazon Prime will continue to cover practice until NBC takes over. And then it'll be on their channels for the rest of the year. Darrell Waltrip used to say that Tide stood for tears in Dale's eyes. Oh, tears in Dale's eyes.
After a brief stint with Stewart Haas Racing, now beginning his sophomore.
The track too tough to tame. The Lady in Black.
Throwback weekend and to your flair by buying an old Dale Earnhardt replicated truck. Describe that. I mean, you're just totally embodying this throwback weekend, aren't you?
I mean, yes. I say that. I did it not for throwback weekend, but it worked. 97 truck decked out like it's Dale Earnhardt. It's pretty cool. The Ziegler colors look great. It's not a throwback, but hopefully we can kind of run all weekend. But yeah, it's love coming to Darlington. Love this whole weekend.
So then when you go qualify, how much do you have to just put Lori to the Y's and just go send it for one lap?
Well, it's a lot of fun for sure. We're P1 here. We qualified for front row last year. I think our car's a lot better, so we'll see.
Carson Osabar, guys.
Osabar, I forgot that he qualified here last year. Good.
Marketplace, but now he's P1 in practice. So far, so good on the weekend.
A little good mojo down there for Carson Osabar as we get set to put the second group on the racetrack here in a couple of moments.
I'm trying to look at this hat that Hosevar is wearing. It's a Dale Senior hat. Trying to see what it says. He's the fastest in group with a 29.26. Now we are in Group B. Group B practice. Group B. Goal 1, that's a good one. Miller Genuine Draft paint scheme is a miss too. Rusty Wallace. Yeah, they should have done that too. Should have done that too. Austin Cindric should have done that one instead. But we're under a caution or end of state Group 1 practice. And just waiting on them to reset to get group practice again. Tones. Bridges. Nothing yet. They're slowly putting the names in there. Ty Gibbs, Ryan Priest, but lots of names in this group 2, as you can imagine, because there wasn't that many in group 1. But it should be interesting to see where Christopher Bell does after getting the pole here earlier. Should to see what Larson does here, riding that wall. Should be interesting to see Chris Buescher and Tyler Reddick as well, as see what he could do. But if you're watching over on Amazon Prime's video, you'll have about another Group B to watch, and then they'll turn it off. So make sure you guys come back here after that. But 63 likes. We're trying to get to 100. Help us out there. I think Larson will get the pole. Caleb says Larson. We'll see. Do-do-do-do. lots of different ways now to watch racing. A little different than it was a couple years ago or last year. Remember when it would be on the Fox Sports app? We'd have like 1,000 people in here watching that, even though we didn't show anything. Even though you're not a Larson fan. Yeah, make sure you check out our Darlington throwback. It's in the pinned message right there. We provide you all the throwback paint schemes, and we show you the paint scheme that they're trying to be like. So that's always fun, and give you my picks for the weekend. So 139 of us here. You're almost here.
Yeah, not a nightcap, but well, an evening cap, so to speak. Yeah, and then after that race, if you're here in the PD region, it's never too late to come down, buy a ticket, and watch the Xfinity Series race. And then it's the official Darlington Raceway parade that starts in downtown Darlington, South Carolina, weaves its way through town, and ends up in the infield here at the racetrack. We'll be privileged to be a part of that here again later on this evening. Hope to see everybody out at the parade a little later on. And then tomorrow, Mike, the main event, the Goodyear 400, 2 o'clock Eastern for NASCAR Live Race Day to get the table set for 400 miles of racing at the track. Too tough to take. One of the cool things about racing at Darlington on Throwback Weekend, the NASCAR alumni that you'll see roaming around the property. You've got Donnie Allison, Greg Biffle, Jeff Bodine, Jerry Cook, Carl Edwards is here. Matter of fact, Carl will be throwing the green flag tomorrow. Ron Fortiday Jr.
It is. I'm not sure. I'll have to look, but I have the scheduled up already. It's over there already on it.
Dave Marcus is making the run to Darlington. Larry Mack obviously will be on the Fox Sports telecast. But you've also got Butch Mott, Gary Nelson, former Cup crew chief.
Race is at 2:30. We'll be on at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock for the race, for the pre-race, for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Pre-race ceremonies and all that good stuff. As we're in Group 2. But we'll be on at 2 Central, 3 Eastern for that.
Of course, he's somebody.
This is our second stream of 5 streams today.
Morgan Shepherd, Mike Skinner, Lake Speed.
All right, so now they've updated it. Here we go. We got Ty Gibbs, Ryan Preece, Ty Dillon. This is not all of them. There you go. Willie B, Kyle Busch, Todd Gilliland, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Zane Smith, Michael McDowell, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher are all in Group 2, Group B.
Carl Edwards will be in the flag stand. Man will come from the Wood Brothers, and Greg Biffle will be driving the pace car tomorrow.
Wow. Greg Biffle's driving the pace car. Carl Edwards is going to wave the green flag, and the Wood Brothers are going to say, "Gentlemen, start your engines."
This weekend. Group 2 cars have just got the green flag.
Tiff says, "My college boyfriend is related to Rusty. Now I hung with Jay with no internet, no power, and no service over a day. That is a commitment." I understand that. I understand that. Poor Jay. Poor Jay. CeeLo Stream Master. We trying to make up for last week's streaming. So we didn't get to stream it all last weekend, but we thank you for being here. Group B is on there. It's my boy Denny Hamlin, who won last week in that Flow car. And this week he's in the Carl Edwards number 99 Office Depot Throwback for Carl Edwards, and that number 99 who dominated at Bristol that one year. And that car of tomorrow, that big old spoiler in the back, looks like an airplane. What'd you think of those guys? What did you think of that? Denny Hamlin last week, baby. Winning the big race. Yeah, I'll be live for the Gators today, too. Gators, all depends on if the Xfinity race moves over. If the Xfinity race gives us enough room, we'll move right on over there to that. I miss those cars, to be honest, Mike Baker says. So 22 minutes. 22 minutes starts at 6:09 Eastern. We'll see. It's going to be close. You didn't know who won the race for 2 days? Oh, wow. Well, we only did the third stage. We only did the third stage after the Tennessee game. I was peer pressured. 67 likes. We're trying to get to 70, and then we'll go to 80. Help us out with those.
Hamlin 11th, Chase Briscoe 12th, and Ryan Priest is 13th overall. Those are just the drivers here, the fastest drivers at Group 2.
Some pretty cool paint schemes on the track for this round of practice. One that sticks out, hits close to home here at Darlington Raceway.
They got rid of him because JJ completely dominated him, Mike says.
Family this weekend. Well, Joey Logano is throwing.
And there is Willie B and that Jeff Gordon last ride, Exalta 24. Throwing it back to Jeff Gordon.
Throwback weekend and why so many.
There is Kyle Larson and the Kellogg's. They're great. Hendrick.cars.com Chevrolet. 7 wins here at Darlington. And that Terry Labonte throwback. And that 5. Where's Bowman at?
Gives you a little smile about yourself, and that's one of them that you just described.
Over the course of a weekend, those pristine red walls that Alex mentioned will be blackened up with scuff marks.
He's 31st. 31st fastest.
In Xfinity Series practice and qualifying earlier, William Sawalich just bounced it right off the wall, scraped the wall during that qualifying session over in turns 3 and 4. And in the apex of the corner, it says Darlington, South Carolina on the wall.
Larson running that Tiger Power. Love that 24 scheme. Hate the 24 driver.
That is the calling card of Darlington Raceway. If you ever wanted to take a picture or a snapshot, that's it, because that picture and that picture alone tells a lot of the story of Darlington.
And that's turns 3 and 4 here at Darlington. When you get to turn 1, you're carrying so much speed from the front straightaway. You hurt the throttle a little bit in the midpoint of the corner, put the car on the outside wall, and you're on the throttle midpoint of turns 1 and 2, and you are hammered down.
Larson running Tiger Power. Roar.
And I hope you got some grip left in those tires every single time you come in there into turn 3.
Still Carson Osavar. No one's touching him. Willie B's the fastest here in Group B out of them. And then you got Ty Gibbs and then Ryan Priest, Denny Hamlin. Your top 4. I'm surprised that Larson is not up here. He's back there in 23rd fastest.
Now, and they said, you know what? You can have the land to do this, build this racetrack.
Get that sub up right here, y'all. Hit it up.
You're going to leave that alone. So the next best thing, they already laid it out. We'll just make this end a little bit more narrow.
Bowman is slow as usual.
Did not want his minnow pond touch. Has created one of the most iconic racetracks.
Bowman has the old school Jimmy Johnson paint scheme, black and white color. And that's what he want. They won at Darlington here, their 200th victory. No throwback for Ty Gibbs in that 54 Toyota. But Ty Gibbs, 8th fastest overall. And the fastest, well, Willie B is now back in the pits. Diehard Larson fan, but I'll admit this year I want it to finally be Denny's year. I hope so, Mike. I know, George, we finally won, bro. We finally won, dude. We finally won. 70 likes. Help us out. CeeLo, if I won the lottery, I'd buy an old NASCAR race car and get Bowling Green Corvette racetrack membership and invite you to come do club open track events they have there. Yes, sir.
About 10 days ago, I knew my favorite was going to be. And really, it's a two for us now. Chris running the Xfinity Series today, and of course, the Cup Series. got 2 tribute cars to the Ohio Frank. Rick Ferkel was one of the first bringing up last
Talking about Christopher Bell honoring Ferkel, the dirt track sprint car racer, in honor of him. And there's Ryan Blaney honoring his dad. He's got 8, finished 8th last week. That Monte Carlo SS. What was your favorite Chevrolet for the Chevrolet fans? Was it the Lumina? Was it the Monte Carlo? What was it? Or is it now the Corvette? I mean, the Camaro.
and then he had a yellow colored car, always had the silver wing.
Ryan Blaney honoring his dad in that Menards 12. The fish must be awful. They are awful, Robert. We lost. We beat the mud off of them. It's pretty good right now. The rain's going to be here later this evening.
And in the Xfinity Series, in the NASCAR Cup Series with a throwback to the Ohio Traveler, Rick Ferkel.
And it is this weekend, Alex, that affords us the opportunity to throw back and learn about individuals like Rick Ferkel and stories about paint schemes and
Monte Carlo for Richard, Monte Carlo for Mark, Monte Carlo for Mike as well. The 1995 Monte Carlo before they got all twisted sistered.
this season. He ran.
You like Cars 2 and 3 upcoming 4? So no one is challenging this top 7.
Even says that we're going to work on it come sooner rather than later. So Christopher Bell brought his Toyota down the Rick Ferkel special. He still sits here on pit road. The big thing that a lot of these cars I've been hearing, including Christopher Bell, are position on fire off and then just trying to get the car pointed down the hill.
Anything but the car tomorrow. I remember them debuting that.
Adjustment for Christopher Bell to relieve a set of tires on. That is a very, very common theme is tight race cars. Same too for Ty Gibbs, who I believe plans on coming down as well. Of course, fitness for Ty this week. That's true. Got championship winning car chief Robert Cheddar Smith aboard the 54. And I know crew chief Tyler Allen was excited to have Cheddar on the car for championship winning with Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers for so many years. But having that level of expertise as a car chief will only help that program that continues to try to find its footing here at a rough start in 2025. So tight race cars from Joe Gibbs as well as for William Byron, who's down here on pit road. But what a get for Joe Gibbs Racing to get Cheddar Smith, car chief, for tight end. It's a huge win for.
Bob Pop still has his 1988 Monte Carlo sweet ride. Nice, Mike.
Racing and starting out the first 7 races of this season with Spire.
Almost to 100 likes, y'all. 73. Help us out, y'all.
What a tremendous vote of confidence that Joe Gibbs gave him and that JGR gave him. And they feel that Cheddar and Ty will work very well.
The 2008 car tomorrow was ugly, but made of awesome tandem drafting at Daytona and Talladega. Do I like McQueen?
In this sport, he was
Ka-chow, ka-chow.
Championship.
Still no one touching Hocevar. I'm surprised. 13 minutes left. There's Rowdy. Where's my Rowdy friends?
With these races.
Where's the Rowdy friends at?
To get him there as part of that race team.
My Rowdy friends out there?
Cheddar walking around the garage earlier this morning with that black and green monster shirt. Gotta look at him. Got a double take. Cheddar, everything good? He said, man, everything's great right now. So sometimes you just need to check.
Everyone on the chat, what year did Jimmy Johnson come up with the old school black and white paint scheme for Darlington? San Diego Kid, like I said earlier, it is for Hendrick's 200th victory when they won their 200th victory at Darlington. Oh, it was good, Cole. I don't think so. About 12 minutes left here in this practice.
I don't want to hang this race car up a little bit for Joey Logano. So now what you expect the reigning champ, Joey Logano, but let's see what the match and all folks get called as they work on this beautiful Yarborough forward. It's the looking race car right now. Joey Logano.
And with only 12 minutes and 55 seconds left in practice, there may be a hack down there. Not sure if there's a rabbit in it that Corey Wolf could pull out of it.
Lamar Jackson suing. I don't think that's happening now. But we are in a commercial here. Kosovar with 12 minutes left, still no one touching him. Ty Gibbs, Willie B is the fastest in Group 2. Ty Gibbs there in 8th, which is second fastest in Group 2. So Willie B, Ty Gibbs, and then Ryan Preece, and then Denny Hamlin are your 4 fastest cars in Group 2. Coming up after this is going to be qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series. And then after that, we will have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race here today from Darlington. Hope for you guys to join us here. We're going to have a good time with that. And looking forward to y'all hanging out with us on our channel for that. Chase Elliott in that Ken Schrader throwback, that 25 Kodiak. Gotta love that, in that Lumina. Ken Schrader, 25 Kodiak. Of course, that was the sponsor he had on his car the day Dale Sr. passed away, and he had that wreck in that same turn with him. But a throwback, a little bit of a throwback. But the scheme is hideous, Bronny says. I mean, it doesn't really leave, the green's not even the same color. But it's a UniFirst for Chase Elliott on the sponsor on his car. But he finished 4th at Martinsville last week.
They're making more laps. He is only good enough single lap speeds to be 29th on the board. So while some teams have some speed early on, others, maybe not so much, and still have some work to do here before we go qualifying here in just a bit for the Goodyear 400. I was looking.
They couldn't even change the UniFirst font to fit the throwback. That's so scummy.
Tell just by the font and whatnot that it is a throwback of some sort. But again, part of it is the story that comes along with it. Ty Dillon throwing back to Patty Moise's car.
Patty Moise, what's up, Amy? Good to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Hit that like for us. We're trying to get to 100 likes, y'all, for the stream. As these are quick qualifying streams, about 2 hours long each. But we're trying to provide you with the best NASCAR coverage here on YouTube.
Of course, Patty Moise is the wife of Elton Sawyer, NASCAR Senior VP of Competition. They raced against each other on the racetrack, and it was great seeing.
No, dude, he was in the 36 M&M's Pontiac, Splash says. Who was? Who was in the 36 M&M's Pontiac? Splash and go.
Way to approach throwback weekend. As we're down to now just under 10 minutes of practice remaining.
10 minutes left in this practice.
Right now for Joe Goods Racing.
10 minutes left in practice here.
So every time he comes here to Darlington, of course, won his first Southern 500 last year, but he said this place has just been so comfortable for him. He said it's also been a big part of his wife Marissa and their whole family's history here. Remember, about 5 years ago, Marissa suffered a miscarriage right before Chase Briscoe went to win the Xfinity race. It was an emotional day. Then 4 years later.
Oh, gotcha. What was I thinking it was? Never mind. You're right.
As well as Marissa will be here at the racetrack.
Thank you for correcting me, Splash. You are correct. You are correct. My bad. You are correct on that. Duh, CeeLo. Yes, I was wrong. Splash corrected me, and he is right. Kenny Schrader, yes. Your favorite Schrader paint scheme was Skull.
And hopefully to add another milestone weekend here in
78 likes. Help us out.
Chase and Marissa, now that they have 3 children, how do we transport the cherubs to and fro? Chase is all about wanting a minivan. He wants to get a minivan. It's very functional. Put 3 little baby carriers in there. Marissa wants no parts of it. So
36 M&M's had Elliott Sadler and Ken Schrader. Yeah, I got you now. You are correct there. Thank you for correcting me, Splash.
has not made its way into the driveway.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Purchase.
Todd Gillen inspired the former owner mechanic Ray Fox in that 34. Do I remember the 33 skull scheme? Yes, I believe I do. Let me look it up. Let me look it up. 33 skull.
Pretty sporty. They are quite roomy and good for road trips, but bottom line, as the old saying is, if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy.
That's right. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's good to have that problem.
Well, oh, Harry Gant. Oh my God, yeah. Thought you were talking about something else. Yes, Harry Gant for sure. Handsome Harry, baby. Duh. Man, you guys are stumping me today. Tricking me.
Also, the last time
Who hit the wall here? Ooh, Todd Gilliland scraped the wall. Coming out of turn 3. The Lady in Black.
About that, without 7 minutes, still here in.
Stripe count for the day, 18.
Other great paint schemes on Throwback.
6 minutes left here in this practice, and Hocevar is still the fastest. The Skull Bandit, owned by Burt Reynolds and Hound Eatum. Thanks for the subs up here, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a tribute honoring former owner and mechanic Raymond Fox, whose great-grandson is still employed and serves as a tire changer for Gilliland at Front Row Motorsports. So,
Skull Bandit was one of the best nicknames in racing. Ernie Irvin also drove the M&M's paint scheme.
way down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3 right now. But if you go back and if you look at the way cars were numbered back in the day, not the location of the number on the door, but just the font that was used.
Ty Dillon. Patty Moyse. That 45 Beaver Street Foods. Interesting.
You know, there's a time in our sport.
What is that 34 Ruda-Bear sponsor in this race? I don't know.
The letters and the numbers on the race cars and how things have changed.
Splash says, you have a lot going on, bud, between all these streams and everything. Go big deal. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we got going on, dude. Lots of stuff.
No, everything is a wrap that goes over these races.
Ernie Irvin did the Skittles as well. There's the Long John Silver's throwback, Zane Smith. He finished 35th in the spring race and 23rd in the fall race for Zane Smith.
You know, they do a magnificent job. And another
Zane Smith currently 28th fastest. Him and Bell still on the ramp on the right there. Logano and Ty Dillon. Logano, look at Logano. What's going on with Logano here?
And totally unacceptable. Backside, the Steve Post. One of the things that's not janky or not unacceptable is the speed in Ryan Priest's car over the long run. I've just been monitoring
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Racing and everything. And I was looking, I got a peek at some of the telemetry, and I'm like, man, it looks like that 60 car is good. I can't read it like an engineer, but what little I could tell was the car was good. They just brought him in, and
Yeah. That 20-lap average, Blaney and Priest and Larson. Yep. Ryan Priest, Blaney, and Larson on a long run here. And Rowdy, too. On a 30-lap average. Ryan Blaney on the 25-lap. Blaney on the 20-lap. Josh Berry on the 15-lap. Barry, Carson, Hocevar.
Priest walked around the garage last couple of weeks. He's pumped out. When he comes out of this race car, it's going to be a little bit further pumped out. They feel really good.
What's up, Danny? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. I could be biased, but my favorite paint scheme of all time is when Junior had Michael Baker on the car for Pocono. Just a little bias, maybe. 80 likes, 20 to go to 100. Help us out. 20 likes to go to 100.
That's one of the more surprising stories of 2025. We knew that he would make an impact.
It's gonna be a race car at Bristol with Manscaped as the sponsor. Look it up on the internet. Oh gosh, is it Ross Chastain?
Even a journeyman race car driver that's a product of the Mod Squad, the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour.
Next week, Bristol, baby. I am not going to the race. I don't like going during the spring race. I'm the night guy.
Say anybody in motorsports if they're just called a racer to do that. Now, back before the season started, we had a little roundtable discussion, and we talked about Roush Fenway Keselowski racing. I had Chris Buescher winning multiple races. I even had Brad Keselowski getting back to victory lane this year. I made it very clear and went public that I didn't think Ryan Preece would win anything. And here we are. No, it's a small sample size. Ryan Preece and Chris Buescher are tat for tat right now at Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. Brad Keselowski had a little work to do there.
Third in Las Vegas. Ninth.
The turd against the world, exactly.
Preece.
And that's it. End of practice.
Fenway. They've done it a variety of ways. You know, remember we went to Phoenix? They were the first truck.
All right, so we have qualifying now. This is practice is over. It's going to be one run for everybody. We'll move into qualifying now. Qualifying. Turn my practice off. Practice. 50 seconds to go here, and Christopher Bell's still out there trying to do something here. Just get a couple more laps for this qualifying lap. There's nobody out there. He's already got the pole for the Xfinity race. Can he get back to back? We'll see. What's happening, Kelly? Carson Hocevar's got the fastest right now, but you got a lot of drivers out here. But the longer runs was what I say: Ryan Blaney, Larson, and Ryan Preece. Those three cars have the best 20 to 25 to 30 lap average. So longer runs for them too as well. But no one touched Carson Hocevar's one lap of 29.26. He had 39 and he ran 39 laps. So, all right, they're going to let Ty Dillon finish this lap right here. I don't know what happened, but I just got tired, like big time. Sleepy, tired. I got a long day ahead of me. All right, so the ones on Prime Video, they will be ending, and they're going to hopefully come to us. But thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much. Josh Berry is fast, I see. He is. P2. All right, so let me get our Xfinity race in the pin message next. Let me do that really quick. 585 consecutive starts for Logano, and he is the now that Truex is gone, he is the fastest. The fastest. He is the longest. Logano now. That's customization, redirect, sports clips. All right. Appreciate you ones that are just coming in from the Amazon Prime stream. Appreciate you being here. My name is CeeLo. We do On the Go with CeeLo, our racing coverage here. And we are bringing you the qualifying for the NASCAR Cup Series. For the ones that are just popping in, we thank you for being here. Give Cole the mic. Take a nap. Exactly. Time for some lunch, then racing. That's right, Mike. Let's see here. That's all right. So let's do this. Join me for
Every time the siren.
Yeah, I got Denny going back to back. Well, I hope so. That'd be nice. For the Xfinity race, sports clip 200. Next, I spelled next right this time. Paste. Start. All right, and the pin message is the link for the NASCAR Xfinity race. So make sure you're going to go over there with us after this race is over. You will be redirected over to the NASCAR Xfinity race after this one is over. But we're going to get into qualifying now. Qualifying, they don't have it set up yet, for the NASCAR Cup Series. But Carson Hocevar was the fastest. Josh Berry second. Eric Jones third. I got Denny crashing out. Could happen. It could happen. Josh Berry just gets you in the mood. You know what I'm saying, Raymond says? Josh Berry just gets you in the mood, you know? Mm-hmm. So coming up at 2 p.m. Central, we'll bring you live coverage of the pre-race for the Xfinity race. And we'll bring you, then after that, Sunday, tomorrow, Darlington race tomorrow afternoon. We got you right here. Stripe count in Group 1, 12 stripes today. In Group 2, 9 stripes. So, Joey will snag his 4th championship. It's not an even year, though. It's not an even year for Legato. He only does even years.
And get a little bit more aggressive.
Daniel Suarez is the driver in practice that has the most laps, 40. William Byron has 27, the least of all John Hunter Nemechek after spinning. He only got 14 laps on the racetrack. Carson Hocevar, fastest of everybody. Josh Berry.
John Berry.
Austin Cindric and Justin Haley, the top 5. All those were from Group 1. The fastest driver in Group 2, William Byron. That was the 6th.
My team's still in the Final Four. Good job.
Austin Dillon, Brad Keselowski, and Ryan Preece. They're the top 11 as we get set to qualifying. Everybody gets 1 lap of qualifying. There's no second round. There's no second lap. It's a one and done for qualifying for the Goodyear 400 for tomorrow.
By the way, John Berry, thanks you for mentioning his name on the air.
John Berry.
Country music artist is John Berry. So anyway.
John Berry. There's Chase Briscoe, my pick to win it all here. Though he really hasn't showed much speed.
Just a moment. Austin here will be the first on the track. J.J. Yaley, Eric Jones, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Cole Custer. The first 5.
1 second, y'all. Refresh. Bring back the rookie stripe.
It was nice, like the lap time. The car feel was okay for a few laps, and then I got tight, and so we just kind of came in to work on that. And I felt like we made a lot of improvements. I feel like we have a good base here. Track seems a little different this year.
You're pulling for Auburn tonight. What's up, Rising Rhino? What's up, man?
So I feel like lots to talk about overnight for sure, and then really just focus on qualifying. So what do I need to do? What does my balance need to be for a decent qualifying?
Rising Rhino in the house. What time does qualify start? It should be starting here really soon, Green. Very shortly. It's going to start.
It looks amazing. Yeah, the car looks really nice, and I feel like I've had the best throwback seat, so I feel like honestly I've had so many good ones.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Nice when you have the 24 car, and Jeff had so many good schemes over the years.
Appreciate your time. William Byron, again, top 5 in practice, likes the car. We'll see if it translates to qualifying.
We'll find out here in just a short bit as the sun continues to beat down here on the Darlington Raceway. The wind is still a little breezy out there. Just a beautiful day here on a.
All right, let's see what Austin Hill can do.
Region of South Carolina, a phrase that we will say often this weekend here, the PD region of South Carolina.
Of course, referring to the PD region named after the
Indian tribe from centuries ago that settled in this part of the country. And obviously,
see what Austin Hill can do. Best track of the season. Dropped you a sub. Thanks so much, Green 80. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Help us out there. We're trying to get to 31,500 today. Maybe some more. We're trying to get to 32,000 by the end of the weekend, but I don't think it's going to happen. But help us out up there. Up there.
That's Chris.
Chase Briscoe out of his Toyota after practice. Chase
Briscoe.
away from that 20 minutes of practice.
Yeah, we were just really, really loose. By far the loosest I've ever been. So definitely got a little bit of work to do.
You ever notice that Briscoe?
Hopefully we can make the right adjustment. Qualifying. Doctor kind of want to be a little free just to. So.
Did you ever notice that Briscoe and Chase Elliott sound the same? Is it just me? John Berry on the pole, right, Jamie? He called him John.
My guys will get it better. Way less worried about it than I got to.
You talked to the media center earlier today about how this is a driver's track. You could do a lot more behind the wheel. Being a winner here now with the Southern 500, how much extra swagger does that give you? Because when you win at a place like Darlington, you've done something.
Well, I didn't feel it there in practice. I felt super lost. So, yeah, maybe everything I said in the media center wasn't right. But yeah, typically I feel like you can kind of find speed and do things in your race car. But yeah, there was a struggle. I honestly just felt lost. So yeah, definitely coming back though, this morning there's confidence. But certainly a place like this, I feel like you've really accomplished. Hopefully, yeah.
I'm not one who can judge what they sound like. I have a Chicago accent.
It's like everybody else here in just a couple of moments. From Darlington Raceway, this is the.
All right, so we are about to start qualifying, and here is the qualifying order for you guys that don't know. Austin Hill, JJ Yaley, Eric Jones, SVG, Cole Custer, Cody Ware, Ryan Herbst, Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric, Josh Berry, Justin Haley, Brad Kozlowski, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger, Carson Hocevar, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse, Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, Zane Smith, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Todd Gilliland, Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Preece, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin is where your leaders will go to qualify. So thank you guys for being here. Chicago accents are cool.
Practice and qualifying for the Goodyear 400 is brought to you on MRN by E3 Start Plus. Stuck in slow motion? Unleash the NASCAR fire inside your engine.
100 likes. Thank you guys. You got us there. Let's go to 200. 200 likes.
For more miles on the road.
200.
E3 Spark Plugs, power, speed, domination. Get yours.
SVG is not winning the Rookie of the Year battle so far. No, he's not.
Qualifying begins. Steve Post, what are these teams
Call my ma'am.
to prepare them to go out for their one lap of qualifying?
Depends, Mike. It depends on how good the car was. But no, your point is spot on. There's a very
West Texas accent here.
as far as settings go on the race cars. A lot of them are cooling them down. I'm actually standing here, William Byron's car. They've got big fans blowing cool air into the radiator, the front of the race car, cooling the cars down, recirculating the engine to get the water all the way through it, to get the whole system cooled down. Minor adjustments you can do if you're one of those teams that have struggled, like maybe a Joey Logano. You're working on some minor adjustments, minor team.
All right, here's Austin Hill. Running double duty this weekend. He's running the 21 car for the Xfinity, and now he's in that 33 for RCR. Next week, Jesse Love in the car next week. Here's Austin Hill, qualifying run.
Balance of a good qualifying lap today. but not setting the car down the path tomorrow. We're on lap number 30. You lost your race car totally. So lots of challenges. But
Who do we all have for today? I have Christopher Bell for winning, and
Air 400 is
25 car. Harrison Burton.
racetrack. The 3-year-old from which
Who won the race? There's no race. They haven't started the race yet.
to qualify at
The Georgia accent is pretty bad.
Burnsville Speedway, Austin.
Byron, the Dismal says, Bell for Jeanette.
Its 100th win.
The 11 for Felicia.
Here they have obviously in the NASCAR Cup Series.
What time? It'll be on at 2 Central, 3 Eastern.
25
What? The race starts at 3:30.
the backstretch.
Here is the Bill Elliott throwback. J.J. Yaley.
Because
Fours.
your Eagle tires here. Go out there and you got to drive the car beyond what you think the limit was in practice that you had out there. And Austin Hill will be the first to do just that. His one and only lap of qualifying, 160.
Austin Hill 30.07.
070.
J.J. Yaley 30.31.
Down for the New York Racing team.
Tires and patience says 11 gets it. We'll see, Kelly.
And Custer, who, by the way, will join us as analyst for later today, our coverage series. Cody Ware will be up after that with Riley Herbst, Noah Gregson, and we'll be
Bubba Wallace starting position. He hasn't qualified yet.
while J.J. Yaley and his Bill Elliott 1980.
He's been quiet, though.
Scheme is on the racetrack qualifying with Wawa on board as the sponsor this weekend. Let's check in with Chris Wilner.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. getting ready to qualify. The bright orange and yellow Sunny D machine certainly stands out on a hotty sunny day here in Darlington. Ricky, you're 6 quick in practice. Does that give you optimism going into qualifying, especially on the short run?
I'm not sure. I mean, it needs to be in this place. Starting, closer to the front is definitely a big benefit here at Darlington, even though a lot of things can change throughout this race. But car felt good early on in that run. Our Sonny D Camaro needs a little help on the longer run, keeping my front turn in it. So we'll see if we make the right adjustments. I was a little too tight there.
$10 wins you $350. Josh Berry's my pick to qualify top 5 and win the race. Good luck, fella.
Eric Jones on the
Good luck, fella.
Eric Jones going to the top of the leaderboard.
Eric Jones. Look at that. 29.617.
Off is mightily right now. 163.538 for Austin Hill. 162.222.
Eric Jones starting to look like Michael Waltrip.
Takes to the racetrack. Talking to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. there. Cup start 4:43 tomorrow for Ricky, going for his 5th career win in the NASCAR Cup Series. And he's one of them that you think about that he's just around, and especially on super speedways, he has a knack for figuring out how to be at the front of the field on those things. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr., one of the talented guys here, and one of the more likable guys in the garage area as well. Back to pit lane.
Cole Custard on top of the point, 29.483 for Cole Custard. And now here's Cody Ware with that wood button. Wood button. That cat 22.
Chris, you had some practice.
Caterpillar. Love those gold wheels.
Ready to get for qualifying. I think we would have certainly liked to have a little bit more front turn. So we're gonna be thinking about that. Make sure we can keep it longer. That's what. How
do you challenge that? Focus on
I feel like the Dinger and Hill have a solid chance, James says. Tiffany says. We'll see.
Is what, almost seconds off of your fast lap, maybe.
Cody Ware, currently 3rd with a 29.75. Here is Riley Herbst in that 35.
Well, it's gonna be a little less than practice wasn't smart, but we're gonna have to go fast.
Oh, there we go. Chris Buescher down here, ready to climb aboard his Ford and pick it up, give him a run here at Darlington.
He had started top 10 in his last 3 Darlington races, and he mentioned it's getting warmer.
Riley Herbst, P7, 29.525.
And the wind is still churning.
Your Dinger is your dark horse every week.
I think at last year's Goodyear 400 here at Darlington, just how close Chris Buescher was to getting that win when he was leading in the closing couple of laps.
Anyone but Denny. Doug, what's going on?
Turn 3 and tried to the old slide up.
Heartwarmer, what's going on? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Here's Noah Gragson throwing back to Dale Jr.'s first Xfinity race car, that 31 for DEI. He's in the something Rue, B for Rue Ford for Front Row Motorsports. Herp's killing time for Denny to leave Joe Gibbs Racing and run a season for 2 with 2311. Just killing time, he says.
Frustrations on both sides. They both had a chance to win the race.
But thanks for being here, y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. Hit that like for us. Trying to get to 200 likes, or at least 150. No offense, I don't think Herbst deserves that shot. You think Corey Heim should have gotten it?
This month of May, and he loses the race on the closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history to Kyle Larson by 1/1000th of a second. Another one he was so very close, obviously, to getting a win. Didn't get it. Finally broke through and got his win at Watkins Glen.
Austin Cindric finished 20th last week. And he is on the track here, and he is faster than Gragson right now, who's on the pole. Austin Cindric with Dale's senior paint scheme, push him ahead. It looks like he's going to be P1.
Here comes Noah Gragson to complete his lap.
Totally put money on the Dirty Sanchez for tomorrow.
59.292 seconds. 167.
Put Barry on the pole, but Austin Cindric now on the pole with a 28.94.
Cole Custer back the second. And on the track right now, one of the more popular throwback paint schemes. And one of the
Go Josh Berry.
1979, 1980.
Wow, they way behind.
Paint scheme. Austin halfway down the back straightaway to complete his.
Way behind.
Honesty Post.
Yes, indeed. Throwback weekend, it's the stories. And the stories of these paint schemes, and Todd Gilliland has a throwback story that impacts his race here at Darlington Raceway. Todd, your throwback is to Ray Fox. His great-grandson, Justin, is your tire changer on this race car. How neat is it?
Want to see a Mike Honcho's paint scheme? No bueno.
Yeah, we were kind of on the fence of what throwbacks we're going to do.
Josh Berry, P2.
Been a good guy. He's really young and excited, so.
Not bad, not bad.
Been in the sport for a long time, with Ray Fox being a big part. First generation I was in it, so. 75 years of Darlington. Goes way back as well. I love Darlington, and we've got a decent. We'll keep working.
I'm sure they will. That's for sure. The story.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, anytime you need me to scroll, I'll do it.
The third, longtime car chief, present car chief for Ryan Blaney.
Here's all the cars that have not qualified yet.
For Fatback McSwain, Ricky Rudd back in the early 2000s, and then Justin, his son, the tire changer now here on the Todd Gilliland car. The stories of throwbacks, and this one is a 4-generation story here of the Ray Fox throwback, the number 34 car here for Todd Gilliland.
Definitely not holding that P2, Phyllis says. He buried you. Me too. I'm excited to hopefully we can get both games in. Mike says, I hope Joe Gibbs lets Danny take the 11 to 2311 and retires it. Hopefully.
5 points from Darlington Raceway. This is the Motor Race.
All right. So out of this top 10, who is going to stay? Out of this top 10, if y'all are here, 330 over here. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. Hit that sub as well, y'all. 31,500 is our goal. 31,500. We're at 31,446. Love to help us out on that too. But who's going to stay here in this top 10? Who's going to stay in this top 10? What you got? Cindric, Berry, Gragson, one of those three? All three, maybe? Cole Custer at 29.4. I don't think that's going to be enough. I think it's going to be in the 28s, the low 28s. What's your current pick so far for pole? I didn't say a pole, but for the win, I had Chase Briscoe, and my dark horse is Kyle Busch. For the Xfinity race today, my pick is Christopher Bell, and my dark horse is Harrison Burton. 2, maybe the 21. Mike Baker says Cedric SVG for Richard. Let's see. Who else? They may have only done a few James. Is Bubba even trying?
Mustang is really good. It's been helpful that Brad and Chris ran really well and Brad won the race. So just being able to look at some of their notes and see what I can do better. So obviously getting mine, Chris helped in practice, and hopefully qualifying has kind of been the hindrance for us. And I feel like I've done a lot of preparation for it. So hopefully we can go execute it and have a good starting spot for tomorrow.
Talk a lot, week in and week out about
Oh, Rowdy.
when they get on a roll, whether it's finishes or just the way they run, things seem to spark. Where is the vibe now with this 60 team, with Derek Finley? I think you guys are having a lot of fun, aren't you?
My bad bread on the track. Bad bread.
Is working together.
I don't know. Toyotas look to dominate the Xfinity.
Yeah, just excited about qualifying coming up here.
They're trying to keep it rolling. That's Ryan Preece getting ready to go.
Ryan Preece has a good car.
National treasure, Alex Hayden, watching Justin Haley exit turn 4. I am, as he's going to see the checkered flag, and Justin Haley, the qualifying lap, he'll go to second on the leaderboard, as he is second of 11 drivers that have taken time so far. Austin Cindric continues to be the fastest out on the speedway. Next driver to go on the track is Brad Keselowski.
Give Keselowski a reason to ruin someone's day.
The defending winner of the Goodyear 400.
John Hunter Nemechek is coming up, along with A.J. Allmendinger, Carson Hocevar, who was fastest in practice, Daniel Suarez, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Ricky Stenhouse.
Your dark horse is bad, Brad.
On the way as well.
As Keselowski works.
So Nemechek
Here at Darlington, he'll set up for turn number 3. He takes his car right up against the outside wall, where most everybody will be making their qualifying lap.
Dark horse 43. He does good here. You're right, Jake.
Checkered flag.
Checkered flag is waiting for Brad at the start-finish line. He'll jump.
Can we just take 1 second to acknowledge the 5 team for Throwback Paint Supremacy 2 years in a row? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's great.
Teammate of Michael McDowell, who's with our Steve Post. Michael McDowell down here has the Delaware Life sponsorship on the top. Michael, just looking at your numbers, sneaky good here at Darlington Raceway. Number of top 10s over the last 5 or 6 races down here. What's about this racetrack and you that have seemed to come to like each other over the last few years?
Managing the long runs and having to manage your tires a little bit. I feel like experience helps with that. And, it's all about having fast race cars. So, I feel like the Delaware Life Chevy was in the game. It's not perfect, but long run speed held on good. So we'll see what we can do here for one lap. But I feel good about tomorrow. There's so much to this place that you have to get right, and it's so easy to get wrong. But this is a big lap coming up in the league next.
Boy, so much can go wrong. No truer words have ever been spoken here at Darlington. That's Michael McDowell.
I think that is a statement that everybody who comes to Darlington Raceway to compete understands perfectly. It is so hard to put together.
Here is Hocevar, who was fastest in practice, and he has got the pole so far here on Austin Cindric. Come on, Hocevar.
Straight ahead at turn 1.
Always wanted him to be a race team. Oh, man. Hocevar lost ground coming out of turn 4. And that's P2 for Hocevar, 28.994. Now here is Suarez. Don't you hate that sound?
The late, great NASCAR Hall of Famer Buddy Baker, he used to tell me all the time.
Suarez.
Turn
See what old Suarez can do.
Side and vice versa. So
I was very young, but I remembered Bush and the 5 Frosted Flakes.
on or
They're great.
of the racetrack, and as soon as the car catches
Oh man, Suarez lost a lot of ground there coming out of that turn.
then you take all your courage and step
Out of turn 3 and 4 is giving so many drivers issues. But
that you see.
Suarez, he finishes.
First billboard,
Where's Suarez at? Where does he finish?
sequence and the amount
Yeah, Suarez.
it really is mind-boggling.
P9.
And those race cars. Yeah.
Here's Austin Dillon.
One for the rect speed post.
Austin Dillon.
Joey Logano is pretty cool. From one 3-time champion to another, he's got the Cale Yarborough colors. How special is this scheme for Darlington?
Cale Yarborough. Trying to get to 125, and then we'll go to 130. Help us out in the likes.
My rookie season, I think he'll give you a right around.
Hocevar is going to be a problem once he matures as a racer, meaning he's going to win a whole lot of races. It's cool to watch him, see him figure it out, too. Here's Alex Bowman.
But Wardy,
Love them Frosted Flakes.
The future is not right. We have some work to do, but hopefully we can make some decent stuff this year to qualify well, and then talk more about it.
what changes in qualifying the way you approach the way to drive because it is one lap and you just have to throw everything at it?
Attack hard, racetrack. You got to try to maintain a balance, but
I'm going to stand up a little bit.
Gee, that's always fun here at Darlington here, especially when we go qualifying.
Yeah, sketchy's a good word for it.
All right.
Track.
So
Especially
Bowman,
on a hot, sunny, slick day like we have right now.
he hit the wall too. Man, turns 3 and 4 is going to be deadly today.
In the qualifying.
They are hitting that stripe big time.
Alex Bowman is on the racetrack. He'll take the green flag.
So it's a little behind.
He just got the wall midway between turns 1 and 2.
So it was 1 and 2, not 3 and 4.
Back straight away. Of course,
We got Ricky Stenhouse now.
this morning.
Stenhouse.
Should say. And picking
Ricky not fast enough on Cindric.
coming out of turn number 4.
Going into turn 3.
Alex Bowman at the start finish line.
Honey snacks are good between a while since I had them. Honey snacks.
Win for Hendrick Motorsports and a mostly black race car with the white numbers and white lettering. And Alex Bowman.
Ricky Stenhouse 29.31, currently 10th
Timing and scoring
for Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Ty Gibbs as well, along with Zane Smith, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, William Byron, and Todd Gibbs.
All right, so here are the guys that are going to be qualifying here. Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, Zane Smith, Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Todd Gillen, Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Priest, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, and Denny Hamlin are your next set of drivers. All right, so out of this top 19 drivers, who is staying here? Good to see Bad Brad there in the top 3. Who's staying here? What you guys got? I think Austin Cindric's going to be the only one staying. He's ran a 28.94. Maybe Hocevar too. So maybe 1 and 2 possibly. Yeah, he's already been on the track and he qualified. Bowman qualified. I'll tell you here in a second. Here. Where's my... Bowman qualified 14th. 14th. I'm excited to see how AJ Smith Schuster does tonight on the mound for the Braves. We'll see. See if we get a back-to-back wins. None of them, Big Wade says. I think Austin Cindric and Carson Hocevar stay. I think out of the both, I think that two will stay. Austin Cindric and Carson Hocevar. But thank you guys for being here. This is a NASCAR Cup Series practice and qualifying for the Goodyear 400, which is right above me here. We just did NASCAR Xfinity practice and qualifying where Christopher Bell got the pole, so make sure you go over there and check that out. Make sure you check out our throwback vlog today that we come out every Friday. Race weekend and paint scheme and race weekend preview, as we always do on Fridays. So make sure you check that out. Let me go over there and leave a comment. That helps the algorithm. But work hard on that every week for you guys to show you. This week we focused on the paint schemes and what paint schemes were they throwing back to. We showed you a picture of the real car on a good amount of them. So make sure you go check that out. It's a good vlog. So Lawson has led 1,048 laps here. Most among active drivers. So you're looking to see Larson dominate this weekend too.
First and foremost, we know how important family is to you. What does it mean to you?
Hose nose wrecking. Host of our nose wrecking. All right, here we go. This is Chris Buescher. See if he does an RFK. They were strong here last year. Of course, he almost won. Chris Buescher almost won the spring race, but remember when he got collected with Tyler Reddick and Bad Brad won. Trying to get to 150 likes. Help us out.
Well, I'm going to change pace here. I'm going to grab another guy that has a throwback. We talked about Raymond and Fox. We talked about David Gilliland and Todd Gilliland. That's all I had in that throwback too.
Do a track where you have to ride the wall for speed, and Larson will be the favorite. Exactly. Exactly.
My grandfather's car.
Ty Gibbs out there now.
Special moment for the Fox family.
Ty Gibbs. Looks like he's going to get the pole. He's out front.
He's really the one that was the key.
Ty Gibbs. Look at him. Down the backstretch, but here comes Austin Cindric creeping back over Ty Gibbs here. Back and forth. He's in the red. And just not enough. But Ty Gibbs going to be P2. Look at that. 28.97 for Ty Gibbs. 169 out miles per hour. Here's Zane Smith now in that Long John Silver's throwback. Can Austin Cindric keep the pole here for these remaining drivers?
Who was the fastest in practice, qualified second now. Chris Buescher just got his lap in.
What's out with those likes? What's out with those likes and subscribe up here?
Ty Gibbs on the racetrack.
Up here.
Seeing his race team in the news this week.
Hit that subscribe, y'all.
Sheet for Ty over at Joe Gibbs Racing after being granted a release.
2, 4, 5, 21, 48. Great schemes.
Week. Ty Gibbs, Alex, up to position number 2 on the leaderboard.
It's so behind. Why is it so behind? Well, we'll just do it this way. I don't really do it that way without it. He's so behind. All right, here is Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon now. Ty Dillon. See what Ty Dillon can do.
Starting to see a lot of those cars start to have that little.
I won't be in Xfinity Stream next week. Going to watch Junior race at the local track next Saturday. Nice. And that Sundrup car, I saw that paint scheme. That looks good. Saw that paint scheme. It looks good. All right. Who is this? Is this Kyle Busch? Let me see my rowdy friends. Rowdy friends, where you at? Let me see where you're at. Rowdy. Rowdy friends. Rowdy. Oh, look at him in the green. Come on, Rowdy. 6th place so far. All right, man. He fell off on that backstretch there. Come on now, Rowdy. Cindric. Can he catch Cindric's time? Right down out of turn 3. Oh, so close. Kyle Busch, 2. P2. P2 for Rowdy Busch. P2. Will he be here? Let's see what he can do. 13 starts, 1 pole, 6 top 5s here. Top 5 starts here for Willie B, and he is way out front of Cindric here. That Exalta Chevrolet. Throwback to Jeff Gordon. You will definitely win this weekend. We'll hope so, man. But it looks like Willie B is going to be on the pole, and it's going to not even going to be close. 228.774. Look at that. 28.774. Puts that Chevrolet on the front of the thing there. Todd Gilliland now. Ray Fox. Let's see what he can do here. See what he can do. Where did Bowman qualify after he swiped the wall? Right now he is in 20th, but dropping. 20th. Gillen gets P5, 28.986. 28.986.
And that's the advantage of being late in this run. You get to see where that speed is made up, especially if
he's going to be he'll probably be in the 30s. You're right, Jake. Here is Michael McDowell. He knows how to do is sit on the front row. Chevys are rising. They are.
Who wins it? It's going to be the fastest pole for the 7th generation NASCAR.
28.774 is the pole. Can he beat that? Michael McDowell. Currently.
Touch the wall right there off the turns. Really lose much time though.
Fourth for McDowell. At those tracks, it doesn't matter much where you start. It's the end. Exactly, Danny. Who's going to have the long run? Who's going to survive the fuel mileage race? Who's going to do what? Here's Tyler Reddick in that McDonald's throwback. You're going to go with them old schoolers tomorrow? I just went with the guy that won it last year, Chase Briscoe. He knows how to win here. What kind of adjustments did they do to the 48? Not sure. Yeah, only on super speedways they do the round 2. There's only one round here. One lap you get. That's it. Currently third for Tyler Reddick. Where's Bushy? He is in P4. He qualified 4th so far. Well, he qualified 2nd, but then now we've pushed him down to 2 spots. Here's Ryan Blaney now. 2 top 10 starts, 1 pole, and 7 starts for Ryan Blaney this year. Can Blaney get a pole here? It's close. Currently 7th, though. 10th for Blaney now. 10th. 5th. Wow, he gained a lot of spots going from turn 4 to the finish line. 10th.
We're talking grip level, slip slide around.
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Love the old McDonald's paint scheme. Yeah. Hoping for Hamlin, Reddick, or Busch to win tomorrow. Hope so, KP. Hope so, KP. All right, so Willie B, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, Ty Gibbs, Todd Gilliland, Carson Hocevar, and Chris Buescher. Who in this top 10 are you keeping? Who in this top 10? I'm going to go Willie B and Austin Cindric and Tyler Reddick and possibly Kyle Busch. But I think it's going to be Willie B, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick. That's going to be the ones that don't drop. Has Bowman qualified yet? Yes, Bowman hit the wall. He swiped the wall a little bit, so he is back now in 24th. 24th for Bowman. Yeah, he'll be starting in the 30s somewhere. Coming up after this, and the pinned message above y'all, is the Xfinity race. you will be redirected from here to the Xfinity race as well. And we'll go live about 2 o'clock. So about 45 minutes from now, we'll be live for the Xfinity race. So looking forward to that. And then after the Xfinity race, hopefully the game doesn't start before we're over. It's going to be Auburn versus Florida Gators for the first game of the NCAA tournament Final Four. And then after that, the big one, Duke versus Houston. Should be a big one too. Do you agree, CeeLo? Bobby says, Bowman is a bonehead. I don't know about that. All right. But yeah, someone should have done Harvick throwback. Yeah, there should have been a Harvick throwback somewhere. Should have been a Harvick throwback. Lester's Chase Elliott. He hasn't gone yet. Remember, is based on last week's finish. Of course, you got Denny last because he won. Here's Denny. Let's see what he has to say.
Right at that track, obviously, it's so historic. We had it locked down there for so many years.
Oh, you're welcome, David. It's a long day today.
So really a great accomplishment for this whole team. And, obviously, the crew chief and Chris Scale. So we just got to continue that momentum. We got some great tracks ahead of us, and we can hopefully continue to stack up these playoff points.
Right, Denny Hamlin. Pull out last.
By the way, the flag that he held up after victory.
You think he'll run top 10? See? Chase Briscoe, 1 year last year. This season, he's got 7 starts, 1 pole, 2 top 10s. I might not be a Harvick fan, but I respect the guy and miss him on the track, KJ. Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe doing a Martin Truex Jr. throwback. 10 more likes to 150. Help us out. 10 more likes, y'all. Hit that subscribe. We're 2 away from 31,450. Hit it up. Thank you. You're welcome, Rocking. Briscoe P2. He was my pick to win this week. There's Ryan Brees. Now, he was fast in practice.
Ryan Brees, top 10 in the last 3 races. Longest streak. Keselowski, Kroger, Country, Rock, Ford.
I'm glad you said that, Kevin. You're past the point of no contrarian. In other words, you're full committed. And if it slips, you're in a pinch. It's simple as that. That's the level of commitment you have to get to as qualifying 7. Put it out there, put it on the line.
All right.
So be it. Have to go for it.
Byron's still the leader. Priest is not going to get close. P2, though. Wow, good run. These RFK guys, man, they know how to run here. So Byron still got the pole here. And here is Watermelon Man Chastain. Let me see those ones.
That came here 2 years ago. In the Busch Light fishing.
You see those watermelons. Joey hasn't qualified yet. Watch out for Joey. He's going to win the pole. I hope Ford wins the pole and on Sunday. We'll see. Appreciate you being here, Norman. Logano is next after Chastain here. Is next after Chastain.
Come from deep in the field, though. He's 19th right now. Joey Logano.
There's Logano. Let me see those 22s.
Last week, the latest in the season, a defending champion has gotten the top 10, but finally, lucky off the track, here we go.
See if Logano can do something here. Watermelon Man will be in the top 5 tomorrow. No thanks, Caleb says.
Yeah, we see a little bit lower, right middle lane.
No way, not even close. Not even close.
Weren't too bad for him.
14th for Joey Logano. 14th. Here's your 5 drivers left. Bubba, Larson, Elliott, Bell, and Hamlin. There's Bubba Wallace. Tiff with another $5. These qualifying streams are so helpful. Thank you. You're welcome, Tiff. Thank to you and your husband, James. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for all. Scroll up, please. Okay, sorry. I'll just showing you who was left.
Great year for Bubba.
All right.
Got it all off of 4.
Bubba. Man. Gave it a little run there off of 4, but not enough. P4 for Bubba. 28.89. And here comes Lawson. Let me see those 5s.
Go. Here's Kyle Larson for Hendrick Motorsports and the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet.
Let me see those Lawson. Let me see them. I'm just anxious wanting Hamlin to snag a pole back-to-back tomorrow. We'll see, FGD. We'll see. Bubba got more than 1 win. Uh-oh. Keep on hitting that like, trying to get to 160 on the likes. And man, didn't have enough. 16th. What the heck? What the heck with Larson? 16th fastest, a 29.077. Here's Chase. That Ken Schrader throwback.
Let's start the year.
See you, Chase. $15th fastest so far for Chase. What's going on with these guys? Why is the 100 car the fastest? 14th. So Larson 16th. Elliott 14th. And here's Christopher Bell. 14 poles in this next gen car. Most of all drivers. And here he is. Christopher Bell. My pick to win the Xfinity race. You're welcome, Roseanne. 48 in that black today. That 200th win throwback.
How important down there the crumbs are, though. Pretty much stayed.
The crumbs. Because Willie B has been putting in the work this year. Respect to him, Adam says. Yep, he has been putting in the work. One more. Here we go. Here we go. 55th career win last week for Denny. Denny Hamster. Right on his bumper for Byron. Nope, not going to be enough. Down the back stretch. Going to have to beat it into turn here. Nope. Same gap. And congratulations, Willie B. Willie B. All right, so there it is. Willie B gets the pole. Congratulations. Any 24 fans in the house here tonight? Make sure you're cheering on your 24 as Willie B takes the pole for tomorrow's Goodyear 400. That's right here. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're going to take a little break. And so Willie B, Ryan Priest, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell are your top 10 for tomorrow's race. So thanks for y'all hanging out for the 2 streams. We'll be back here in just a little bit for the Xfinity race. It's in the pinned message. Make sure you click on it or just hang right here. You'll be redirected after this goes off the air. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for cutting the grass while I'm out here, getting me breakfast and cutting the grass, man. I got a good one, y'all. She did awesome. So thanks for my lovely wife, Spain. want to thank my members for their hard-earned money back to the channel. We thank you for that. We hope you guys enjoy the emojis that we give you every week and all the stuff, the sneak previews of the vlogs that come out on Fridays. And then we thank the members. I want to thank my mods. We're always here hanging out, moderating. Thank you for that. And I want to thank you for watching. If it wasn't for you guys, there would be no CeeLo. So thank you a little bit. We'll see you in a little bit. Denny loves the poll. All right, Mount Billy. Bad Steve. Yes, sir. You're welcome. So thank you guys. Tyler Reddick placed, I'll tell you really quick, he placed P7. 7th place for Tyler Reddick. She is awesome. She is awesome. So, all right, y'all. We'll see you in about 30 minutes. I'm going to take about a 30-minute break. We'll be on for pre-race ceremonies for the Xfinity race at 2 Central. Enjoy your trip over to the next stream. You'll be redirected, or you can click on the link in the pinned message. Good night, y'all. And if not, if you don't want to see the Xfinity race, if you don't want to see the basketball later tonight, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon for the NASCAR Cup Series, where Willie B will be on the pole with Ryan Preece on the outside for the Goodyear 400. We'll see you in a bit. See ya. Dime. Thank you, sir.